For a Minecraft world to feel alive, you need stuff in the game that moves and acts like a living being. These things are called mobs, and they just kinda move sometimes. Some have more complicated utilities, others are just there. But no matter what, you need something in there in order for your world to not feel like it's empty. Unless you're playing Skyblock. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm ranking mobs in this video. Okay, yeah, just like, don't break the block on the right, you're just gonna flood the whole place. Just don't do that, okay? Oh, hi. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still refurbishing the new base. So, bear in mind with me. You know what? Let's just get to the video. The first mob on the list is the Allay, and when I say this, I have never used this guy in my life. I remember I voted for him that time ago, and I remember I tried to think that I'll use him for some redstone stuff, and then when he actually got into the game, the best thing I did to him was just put him on a lead and left him to rot on a fence for the rest of the survival. No, seriously, when was the last time you actually used an Allay for something? Because, like, to be honest, to this day, I still can't be asked to find out what the hell this guy does apart from picking items and giving you stuff. Also, the Allay sounds so fucking annoying, like, please shut up. So, all in all, damn! What the fuck? Hey, yeah, now I'm giving it a B just for that. Coming up next is the Armadillo, and this mob has kind of grown on me. I hated it when it first came out because, you know, I was a staunch penguin fan. I wanted a mob in the cold biome that isn't this fuck-ass bear. But now that the Armadillo has come out, and, you know, it kind of hit me that the Mesa, Savannah, and the Desert biome were worse off when it came to actual natural mobs that would spawn in any other biome. Because before the Armadillo, the Mesa had no biome-specific mobs at all compared to the cold biomes. Yeah, the polar bear sucks, but at least he was there. And with the inclusion of the Armadillo, damn, I can't say the fucking word. These biomes have become way better than they used to be. Besides that, he's kind of cute, so, you know, I'll put him in A tier. Axolotl, yeah, another mob that was added only because they're an endangered species. It's like if an animal is close to dying in real life, they have an increased exponential chance of being added in Minecraft. You know, since my favorite animal is the raccoon, and he isn't an endangered species yet.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Anyway, we got off track with what we're doing. Oh yeah, ranking the Axolotl. No debate here, he instantly goes into S tier. He's just that good because Mojang absolutely shoved so much stuff into this mob. You can pick him up with a bucket. He has different variants. He can kill fish for you. He can also kill guardians with you. He can play dead, which is a specific animation. You can tame him. Holy shit. Dude, somebody in Mojang is infatuated with this animal. But my god, could you guys have at least done some other changes to other mobs too? It wouldn't have hurt if other mobs have different utilities as well. Next we have the bat. Yeah, no, the bat goes into F tier. Not only is he fucking useless, but you cannot tame him. He does nothing, he drops nothing, and even with his redesign to make him look slightly better, it doesn't change the fact that this guy is more useless than a fucking silverfish. At least you can do something with a silverfish. Tell me, have you ever seen anybody use bats for anything? Me neither. And if you have, please tell me in the comments because I'm actually interested to know if you can do actually something with this bat. Coming up to the surface, we have the Camel. And a couple of months ago, I did rant about this mob and said that it sucks. And I gave it a pretty low score. And since then, I have played about 2 single-player worlds and 1 multiplayer world with my friends. In all 3 of those worlds, I have used the Camel to some state. I can still say it's mediocre at best. Granted, I was a bit harsh on it before, but at best, I'm putting the Camel in C tier. Because yeah, the Camel looks nice, you can ride it, and it's good for transportation, and you can just about make it look fast enough to be a transportation. But even then, just use the donkey, man, it's just better. It does the exact same thing, and it's also cooler. Oh, but you don't understand, you can ride with 2 people. Then just get 2 donkeys. Next we have the cat, and yeah, I'm a cat person by heart. I will always have some type of cat in my survival world because not only does it come in different variants, the tuxedo one is the best one, every other opinion is wrong and stupid, but the baby version is the cutest mob ever, and probably the best feature that the mob has ever gotten, and that is scaring away hostile mobs like creepers and phantoms. The 2 most annoying bums in the entire game. And thank God for that, because the last thing I need is to be chilling and then I hear an annoying fuck-ass squeak of these bastards and having to spend the next 2 minutes patiently waiting for them to swoop down and take half a heart from my health bar or being snuck up on and dying from an explosion. Anyway, without a doubt, the cat gets an S tier. Chicken. Yeah, we have the chicken, and despite all the memes, this mob is just boring. Yeah, I get it. It's got sprite changes, and it can lay eggs, and you can cook it, and it gives you feathers. But the feathers are almost completely useless because one of their main creating utilities is arrows, which is just get a skeleton farm, man, or just put infinity on your bow, and you don't have to worry about it. And as for eggs, there just needs to be more food recipes, including eggs, because cake is cool. But we need more stuff like an omelet or maybe add eggs into the cookie recipe because wheat and cocoa beans to craft the cookie, I know for a fact that cookie is more crumbly than a fucking granola bar. Anyway, cool mob, okay design, gets a low B tier. Up next is the cod and salmon. I'm putting these two together because they're kind of the same. All they really have is different sprites. Both of them it's just basically a food source. A very underwhelming food source in that, unless you are playing a survival with next to no other animals or crops to get food from. But if you're playing normal survival, why should you spend all that time fishing and cooking these two for 2.5 hunger bars? Are you fucking kidding me? When you can just slap fire aspects and looting on your sword, go up to any of these animals, and then just get triple, if not quadruple the food than fishing. They don't even work as a fish bed for an aquarium because you have tropical fish. They look so much better than these ones. At best, I'm giving these two D tier. Ooh, and the best food source in the entire game, the cow. And Jesus fucking Christ, this mob is a godsend when it comes to farm animals because holy shit, having access to milk, beef, and leather from one single mob is absolutely insane. Not to mention, the steak fills you up like crazy. It's such a good food source, it's competing with golden carrots. Fucking golden carrots. Not to mention how important leather is for basically all of the stuff like these.
Good leather crafting recipes.
And milk is okay. If you get splashed by a witch or something, then there's a cow nearby, you can drink it and alleviate all the stupid potion effects. And also cake, which is cool. But on the grand scheme, the cow, absolute beast. Plus, they even gave the cow some new redesigns, which they look the best compared to the pig and the chicken. So I'm putting the cow in low S tier. Next we have donkeys, horses, mules, and you know what? I'm basically putting every single horse-like mob in here because they're almost the exact same. Horses and skeleton horses are pretty good, and not going to lie, riding on a skeleton horse is an insane aura farm because, just look how cool they look, man. Just look how cool they look! But design alone, that's about it. Even so, at best, I'm putting horses and skeleton horses in B tier because why the fuck can horses not swim properly, man? It pisses me off every single time I have a body of water that's deeper than 2 blocks and I get my ass thrown out of the horse because he just can't fucking swim properly. Same thing goes for mules and donkeys. However, the only thing that bumps them up to A tier is that donkeys and mules can, carry items, which they're basically the perfect animal for you to go and explore stuff. Not only that, but because of the leads that got updated, you now have almost near infinite inventory when it comes to exploring. Yeah, easily they get an A tier. Next on the list, we have frogs, which are cool, I guess. They look funny, just like real life frogs, and they eat magma slimes, which, I don't know, it's kind of weird because you're telling me they can eat sentient magma, but can't eat fucking fireflies. Okay, Mojang. And also, the different variants does give them bonus points. And for a silly frog, I guess they work as a cool pet if you want them to wander around your house. And the fact that they also drop 3 different light types, which a new light source, always cool. So, with all those things, I'm giving them low B tier. And also tadpoles, which, bro, I don't care about, but put them in D tier. Poor glow squid. This mob was hyped up by a certain individual, and I will confess, I was swayed by them because, come on. The competition was either some shitty ass cow no one cared about, or a Minecraft Dungeons mob. And plus, many people like me thought that the glow squid would glow, because he literally has glow in his name. But when the mob came out, and it didn't glow, the entire point of the glow squid was for it to glow, but the best we got was the glowing sack, which is just used for signs and item frames. I don't care. I'm giving it a C tier. Mushroom cows. I was going to place the Mooshroom in C tier because I thought it was just the worst version of a cow until I did my research and realized that the Mooshroom, okay, I'm just gonna call it the Mooshroom cow now because it pisses me off. The Mushroom cow is basically a direct upgrade to the normal cow because everything the normal cow does, the Mushroom does the same and gives you mushroom stew. Which, not gonna lie, the mushroom stew is kinda mid because how the hell does an entire mushroom soup feel as much as a single bottle of honey? Genuinely, who the fuck made the hunger table with Mojang? I could talk about his looks, but to be honest, I'll spare myself some time because even if the cow looked like complete dumpster fire, which is not, it still gets a direct S tier. Ocelot. Back in the day, this was the main way to actually find and tame a cat because somehow giving a completely different animal fish makes you into a domesticated version of a cat. Whatever. After cats were made into their own mob, this mob became pretty much useless. It does nothing. It just runs around, and that's about it. It looks cool, and that's it. I mean, like, looks wise, it's fine, but it's so useless. I'm putting it in F tier. I'm sorry. I'm putting it in F tier. It's so useless. Next on the list we have the pig. And just like the chicken, it's a cool food source. I mean, definitely better than chicken, which again, how on earth does an entire fucking chicken feed you less than a single pork steak? I like, what the fuck is in that pork steak? And even with the new redesigns, the pig is still very mediocre mob. And even though you can ride it, which is funny, it's cool, but not only do you need a carrot on a stick just to speed it up, but it's not even that fast in the first place, so I guess it's more of a gimmick than an actual utility, so that doesn't really change its rating. Right, anyway, it gets a C tier. Next we have... Ow, motherfucker, piece of shit! Pufferfish. Yeah, fuck this bitch ass mob. I hate its guts. Not only is it annoying, but even when you get it, it's only used for potions, which is, I mean, granted, water breathing is good potion. Motherfucking Discord! Granted, water breathing is a good potion, but despite that, you can't cook it. You can't eat it without, you know, getting fucking poisoned. Which makes sense, but like, come on, them Japanese guys have cooked pufferfish like no other for thousands of years. I'm sure Steve, who literally has omnipotent powers, can learn how to cook a pufferfish to not poison him. Because currently, Minecraft is severely lacking in the seafood department. Anyway, this fish is annoying, pisses me off, but at least looks cool and gives some life to the ocean, so I'm giving it a low C tier. Next we have rabbits, and my god, this mob was fumbled like no other by Mojang, because you have one of the cutest animals on earth and you cannot tame them! This has to be such a wasted potential. They don't even work as a good food source in the first place because, yeah, again, an entire rabbit feeds you 2.5 hunger bars. A single fucking potato feeds you the same amount as an entire rabbit. Let me repeat this again. Who the fucking Mojang made the hunger table? Anyway, apart from all of that, the rest of his drops are useless because the rabbit's foot, which are used for jump potions, which to this day I have never used or never cared to use, and rabbit's hide, which is an inventory clogger because you need to kill multiple rabbits just to craft one leather, whereas a single cow can give you multiple leather. Oh, and lastly, his AI is absolute dog shit. Rabbits have one of the worst AI because they're like one of the only mobs that continuously jump off and die from fall damage. Almost no other mob does this. Yeah, there ain't no saving this guy. He gets a D tier. Next we have sheep, the iconic sheep, with its dumb looking face and its dumb looking face. Like, why did all the sheep look so damn stupid? Whatever, despite their stupid look, utility wise, they're very great. Shearing them gives you wool, which is great for carpets and crafting beds so you can avoid these flying crooks in the fucking air. And also, good food source, which I don't know why Mojang took so long to add mutton into the game. You can also dye them, pretty cool, but like, I just use dyes on the crafting wool. It's just easier that way instead of just coloring the entire sheep. Yeah, that's all I can say about this mob. I'm gonna give it a B tier. It's cool. Sniffer. I might go into a tangent here. I do not like this mob. When it came into the game, I hated it. I personally think the Rascal should have won. And this mob, I fucking hate it because this mob vote is probably the second most personally hated mob vote simply because of the Rascal, which was the only friendly mob you can find in the mines. But no, we got this sack of shit, and despite it looking cool, you have to go through such lengths to find his egg, and then wait for him to hatch, and then wait for him to grow, and then wait for him to find seeds, which then you have to wait for the seeds to grow, so you can then get this stupid ass useless flower, which doesn't even look that cool compared to the more natural flowers. And you're fucking, like, are you fucking kidding me? We lost the one chance of getting a friendly mob in the cave! Ah! Anyway, rant aside, I'm giving it a low C tier. Why was it the Rascal, man? Fuck! Next, we have the Snow Golem. Don't let that silly smile fool you, because despite this mob being relatively useless in the overworld, put this guy in the Nether Fortress, and suddenly he becomes the fucking Doomslayer. Maybe not. At least you can farm him for snowballs if you want, and I guess if you want to have a snowball fight, or if you want to kill blazes from far away, but at that point just use a bow. Also, no clue what Mojang cooked up here. For some reason, he dies in certain biomes. Like, I know for a fact a beach can be just as warm as a savannah. Why is he not dying, but dying in the... whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna give him, like, high C tier, I guess. Next, we have the normal Squid, and this mob is an OG. This was the only mob in the seas from the beginning of Minecraft until like 1.8, and even then we had to wait until 1.13 to get other friendly mobs in the sea, which basically means this squid carried the passive aquatic mobs on its back for a whole ass decade or more, which is like a holy shit. We only had squids for a decade in the seas. Despite it being the only mob, all he has is ink sac, which you might think sucks, but a lot of people don't realize how goddamn rare black dye is in Minecraft. No clue why you can't craft black dye with coal, considering that makes more sense than ink. Whatever, he's going at the same rate as the glow squid. Next we have the Strider. Good concept, great design, and mediocre execution. Because you're telling me this was Mojang's answer instead of nether boats? You think I have the time and effort to get a mushroom on a stick, put a saddle on him, just for him to go on average speed across this stupid lava lake that I can just bridge through or go around? I get the idea. I like how he looks, but like, he needs to be faster in the lava. Some way. Like, please, give him like a buff. Because he's so underwhelming. Like, I find it cute that, you know, the smaller Strider can go into the big one, which is nice. But even then, I'm giving it a C tier. Like, the highest I can give it is a C tier. Tropical fish. Oh, yes. Finally, we reached the tropical fish. And my god. Oh, I love them. I've already been vocal that my favorite biome is the coral biome / warm ocean. And the main reason is that because of these guys. Like, the biome would be nowhere as good if it wasn't for these fish. Because there are just so many different types of fish in this biome. It's not only different recolors, but it's different shapes. Because, like, Mojang absolutely blew it out of the water in 1.13. And this mob alone made it so damn good to find this biome in the first place. They work incredibly in an aquarium as well, and it looks so goddamn beautiful. Despite that, no clue why when you kill them, they drop the same fucking Nemo-ass fish. Kind of breaks my immersion, but whatever. I'm giving them B tier. Next on the list is turtles. I like turtles. I like them a lot. Sure, they're a pain in the ass to get and find, and the eggs are also annoying to hatch. However, they're pretty good for certain types of farms, but also have cool sprites, and even drop scutes, which give you the turtle helmet, which is like, it's not bad, it's pretty good when it comes to exploring ocean monuments and like the ocean in general. Not only that, the baby turtles and the turtles themselves, they kind of look cute. So in general, they're just a vibe. I love them. They're cool. I'm giving them an A tier. They deserve it. And finally, we have the villagers. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these guys. I've spent an entire video talking about them. Instantly, top of S tier. I have spent way too much talking about their professions. And the fact that a single mob has different variations and like dozens of jobs is ludicrous. However, there is also the Wandering Trader, which is like a different mob altogether, and I have to shout on him about his atrocious trades. And even though he got an update which made his trades went from shit to mediocre, I would say he still deserves like A tier at least. Like, he looks dapper, does have a whole trade mechanic, and does give you 2 free leads if you get bored and decide to you know. And there we go. Here's the full list. Some of you might disagree, but yo, dumbass, you forgot about the fucking Happy Ghast. Fuck! Happy Ghast. I'm on the new snapshot, and replay mode is still stuck at 1.21.3. Fuck's sake. Anyway, Happy Ghast. When this mob got revealed back in March, I was pretty excited to have a mount that was actually good. Not only that, but all of the saddles, harnesses, have different colors. I wonder why the previous saddles don't have this feature. Not only that, but you can have up to 4 people and use it as a floating platform, and it's actually faster than I expected. Plus, he does look really cool, especially when you equip the harness on top of that. And like, the best feature, you can kidnap other mobs by putting a bow on a lead. Like, that alone already puts him in S tier. Like, I can talk about him even more, but like, just this point alone puts him at the top. He is by far the best mount. Screw the horses, screw the donkeys, screw the goddamn strider, screw any other mob you can ride. Just use this guy in every other dimension at this point. Right, yeah. That's the end of the video. I just came here to say have a good day. Go watch something else now, or I don't know, like, subscribe, do whatever other YouTubers do. Yeah, I gotta go renovate the rest of the place now. See ya.